Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. This Yah Mordecai, wise warrior for the Most High Mighty One, God of Israel. Coming from Sith Lord Tiger School of Truth. And today's class is Israelite Earth, Part 6, Satellites and Firmament. You know what I mean? And what's been going on? Last 2 weeks I've been sick. The 2 weeks before that I was just studying. And, I slept under the window 1 week, got sick, you know what I mean, with a vicious head cold where my eyes kept running. I wouldn't have been able to teach. Then the next weekend, wet my head. This dumb stuff, man, that I know better to do. You know what I mean? And was sick 2 weeks in a row. Because I ain't going to never not do no class in no 4 weeks. Never not going to do that. Them 2 weeks I took to study, but, you know, basically took them 2 weeks to study or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm still learning, trying to get better, trying to make my wife better, trying to make my family better as a unit, prepping, trusting what the Most High say He gonna do, not sitting back, listening to Negroes talk this fantasy stuff like something gonna fall out of the sky, working towards getting to school, working towards you know, getting my cultivation down with my growing, trying to get some chickens, stuff like that, my chicken coop, my beehives. Just keep stuff going and keep progressing in this truth. You know, keep my ears to what's going on in Israel. The same thing going on. Rocking niggas, man. This want to be seen by men, teaching they little doctrines. They not living biblically. I don't care how many precepts you can pull, Negroes. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like the elder said today, you just want to be the nigga that pull that fantastic, that precept ain't nobody pull or been pulling. You know what I mean? And cause if you're not trying to get no land, or at least show whatever school you running the way to go, whatever land you got to grow on it, get you some beehives, get you chicken coops. If you got more land, get you some lambs. Some lambs. Try to get some cats, some cows, all that stuff. The elder one line. If you ain't got like 1,000 cattle head and stuff, man, you ain't living like no king. Me, I'm a king spiritually. You know what I mean? My spirit. Cause I'm a leader by my spirit, by nature. But I know on a surface level, I ain't no king. I'm just a servant and a slave here in this kingdom, man. That's all I am. But spiritually, yeah, I'm a king. Cause what I say my last little lesson, it's my desire to get my crown back. I know I'm fighting for my crown. Cause what it say in Apocrypha about at the end when Yahawahs come, everybody had crowns on their head and palms in their hand and all that. We ain't get to that part yet. I ain't gonna wear no fake crown. I want a real crown, a crown that costs, yeah, some bread, some real gold and real jewels and all that. You know what I mean? My tie, I'm gonna keep it basic with my tie. You know what I mean? I throw on garments and stuff and all that, but I just know I'm a servant and a slave in this kingdom, a servant of the Most High and a slave in this kingdom. You know what I mean? I understand all that, but spiritually, yeah, I'm a king spiritually. That's as far as my kingship go. To get myself clear on that. What else? It's just the same old thing. A lot of these sisters were dealing with witchcraft, Brothers want to just be seen teaching their doctrines on Facebook, man. Why are you Negroes bugged out, man? Bugged out. And what else I seen? Oh, that Negro Big Jude, he finally tried to show his face after I called him out. I ain't find that precept yet about Negroes that's hiding behind they computer teaching and all that. You know what I mean? You know, brothers in this truth teaching with that Christian spur. You know what I mean? You know, they still love the other nations and Esau for real. But like I keep saying, if you not living biblically, man, trying to cultivate land, trying to get your women to start working with their hands, making clothes, learning how to cook better, your women learning how to deal with herbs and all that. You know what I mean? That's my whole focal point, because that's what I was studying before I technically was all the way in the truth. Got books on herbs, study about herbs, so that's my main focus. I don't care how much space I got, I'm gonna utilize. Growing herbs, growing now, working on growing now, working on trying to get these tomatoes down packed, these Concord grapes. I got mango trees I'm growing, lemon trees I'm growing. You know what I mean? It's a lot of more stuff I'm gonna be growing. You know what I mean? But it's a process. I'm trying to get all this stuff down packed now. So when me and my wife do cultivate a bigger space, you know what I mean? I'm up here now, up at the classroom. I got the backyard and stuff out there. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put together and all that, you know, cultivate out there. Some little work and stuff need to be done. But if I get another amount of space, you know what I mean, which my mind is getting towards, I already be seasoned with growing and all that, cultivating, I already know how to take care of animals and all that. I've been taking care of animals my whole life. Plants and stuff too. I'm learning the technical side of taking care of plants though. Growing them, taking care of them and all that. You know what I mean? Beehives. And just that's the stuff in my spirit to do. So that's what I'm gonna keep working towards doing, that. Taking care of my kids, you know what I mean? I got 2 small babies, you know what I mean? It's just a struggle, you know, keeping the household together, my wife getting better, trying to work on her spirit, trying to control her flesh, you know what I mean? Just focusing on working towards the family. I was teaching in the library again. Sister said, what camp you with? You know what I mean? What camp you with? You know, we got to talking and all that. And teaching the whole library again. Like I said, I'm gonna keep teaching this truth till I die. You know what I mean? So today's class is Israelite Earth, episode 6, Satellites and Firmament. Let's get started. And first, I'm gonna give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahawah, the God that created the heavens and the earth, the God that can put you to death for anything, the God you should fear, the God that I appreciate the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, the wisdom that I was born with, you know what I mean, the knowledge that he revealing to me, and the understanding that I'm gaining, you know what I mean, along with the protection over my family, guide me, the blessings, guiding me to start a business, you know what I mean. You know, it's a small business, it's a start, you know what I mean. And just guide me in this truth, because like I keep saying, it ain't nothing else here, you know what I mean. And some honor to Yahawahs, the next king and ruler of this whole planet Earth. Not planet, but plane, this earth plane. I gotta break myself out of saying plain. But that's what these devils be saying. And all praises to the Most High Yahawah. For you the true and living God and no God sits beside him. Amen. So, books we using, King James Apocrypha, King James Bible. I got some more books on the way, and what I got coming. So I'm gonna do this 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 part this part six, this part six, and part seven. I got I got a 666 class called the Kingdom of the Beast. Got that coming, and then I'm gonna finish my milk. My milk classes off. Milk 5, 6, and 7. Finish them classes off, and hopefully by then I have my devil's medicine class attacking this health system, the CDC and all that. Like I said, all the classes I'm doing now, these basically rough draft classes, even my major classes. So when I get everything down, as far as editing videos, artwork, all this other stuff, you know what I mean? Had a reader, all this and that, you know, and somebody working the digital stuff for me, you know, sync these computers up and have somebody working that stuff, you know, I can make the classes better. But I'm mainly making a lot of my classes for the ones that I ain't seen brothers bringing out, for them with all these followers to take them and make better classes and push them out there to the people, man. Because if we bringing this kingdom down, I'm starting to see we pulling this kingdom apart, the lies of this kingdom. But you got to pull all these lies down, not just some of them, all of them. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Come back to the basics and push a little bit of meat out there here and there. Then get back to the milk. You know what I mean? Gotta be versatile, well-rounded. You know what I mean? You know, somebody come to my channel, it's gonna be classes on anything they think about. I'ma have 2-3 hour classes on it. You know what I mean? I ain't got all the fancy artwork now, all the fancy video editing and all that stuff. But I'm one man arming it like a warrior right now. I got my little cousin studying, got him in training. You know what I mean? Got him learning the Bible, this, that, and the third. You know, got brothers and stuff. But you know, am I gonna let that stop me in this truth? Nah. I'm not gonna let nothing give me a bad favor with the Most High. I'm gonna keep these feast days, me and my family. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep building what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And keep teaching everywhere I go, spreading this truth. That's my job to do, and I'm gonna keep doing it. And ain't nothing gonna stop me. You know what I mean? Because it's Negroes, I'm telling them I'm gonna make them fringes and telling brothers I just need readers right now. You know what I mean? I got classes formatted, ready to go. Pull you in, teach you how to keep the feast days, this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? And grow this thing from the ground up. You know, I don't care. I'm gonna keep putting the work in I gotta do. You know, first working on myself, working on my family, accepting correction and rebuke. You know what I mean? You know, because like I say, I study and analyze everything and got discernment. I know if I make a misstep about this, that, and the third, I ain't proud or nothing to say, man, I made a mistake with this, a mistake with that. I need to get better with this, better with that. You know what I mean? Well, if I say it out my mouth or not, believe me, I'm thinking. Constantly reading my Bible and meditating Damn near day and night in this truth. Might take a break to something else for a split. I ain't watching none of this stuff on TV. None of this stuff. I watch I watch movies and other stuff that I can find something in it. You know what I mean? A lot of these old shows I've been finding clips of I'ma use in classes and stuff like that. I'm always searching in movies, this and that stuff I can use to prove points and stuff like that. I ain't watching anything I watch now, and I don't watch it for entertainment value. I watch it a small part, yeah, for entertainment value, but a large part to see what I can pull out of it. If there's any truth I can pull out of it to use. Because I'm using everything, anything against these devils, man. Anything I can use, they done said, anything they done shown in the movie and all that. The back of these scriptures, that's what I'm going to do. That's exactly what I'm going to do, man. That's exactly what I'm going to do. So, we about to get started. This Israelite Earth episode 6. Episode 6. Satellites and Firmament. Let's get started. A little bit of theme music to start off with. Let's go to Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Let me use my other Bible, man. Shall not the land tremble for this, and everyone mourn that dwelleth therein, and there shall rise up holy as a flood, and it shall be cast out and drowned as by the flood of Egypt. Oh nah. Salah. Chapter 9, Amos chapter 9, verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God, Yahawah, upon the sinful kingdom. So this is a wicked kingdom, man. Anything evil you can think of, it's in this kingdom right here. People come over here to America because America got this facade. It's the American dream. You're going to get the big house with the picket fence and the 2 dogs in the backyard and the 3 cars and a beautiful family. This is an evil kingdom, man. You got to navigate through all the garbage that's going on. They programming your children with all this wicked stuff going on. You got to dodge these fast food restaurants if you want to stay healthy. You got to dodge their television if you want to know truth. Can't get caught up into these politics believing you're going to have a better life. We in captivity, man. And our people need to get this weak stuff out their mind. Ain't these fake entertainers, these politicians, these athletes, man, ain't none of them going to do nothing for our community, man. They all talk smoke and mirrors. It's a kingdom full of smoke and mirrors, man. That's all it is. And I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Let's go back. Behold, the eyes of the Lord God are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth. Man, the Most High gonna destroy this kingdom, man. He said he gonna destroy it off the face of the earth. What that mean? Wherever these devils got kingdoms set up, because they got bases in every country. Wherever they set up at, the Most High gonna pull their kingdom down. He's starting to do it now. It's close. All these stores closing. You gotta have spiritual eyes to see what the Most High doing and how he working. See, a lot of our people still walking around sleep like zombies. You know what I mean? Because through Willie Lynch and all that, we been trained to be niggas. This niggas. I got the letter right here too. I ain't gonna get into it, but I got it right here. And I got the book coming. I ain't prepared nothing about that. But yeah, that's all we've been trained here to do. Saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. So let's go down to 9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations. So no matter where, because you got Negroes in every country. I just seen a Negro athlete, female, she a triple jumper, came across the stream. She from Sweden. So that's just more proof. Oh, and I just seen a sister that speak fluent Japanese in Japan. She was born and raised in Japan. So that's just more proof that's showing it's Negroes everywhere. We scattered across the earth like the Most High said he was going to do for breaking the commandments. He said he was going to ship our ass out of Israel and scatter us around the earth. That's what he did. It's Negroes everywhere. But what he say he going to do? For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the seed. He gonna meticulously do it. It's not gonna be no panicky type thing when stuff kick off. Everybody who meant to get picked up is already gonna be mocked. It's angels keeping notes and track of everything that's going on, reporting back what the brothers doing out here in the truth and all that. Everything being recorded. Because how the Most High, he say he gonna sift us like a seed. So it don't matter where you living at. You can be living with a tribe in the jungle somewhere. You keeping these commandments to the best of your ability, man, for whatever resources you got and your ability and all that. The Most High coming to get you, man. Say he ain't gonna forget us, man. It say this how you know. It, like I said, if you living in a jungle with some native, it say, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Meaning, not one person gonna die that's meant to get picked up by the church. So like I said, you can be living on an island somewhere with some natives. If you keeping these commandments and all that, the Most High coming to get you, man. Because everything you doing being recorded. And you being watched and followed and manipulated. It's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes our people don't got no understanding about. Let's go to Isaiah 10. The book of Isaiah chapter 10 verse 1 and 2. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. What's the unrighteous decrees these devils done prescribe, man? all these wicked holidays, all these laws that go against the Most High laws. And that's what they prescribe to people as medicine. You having mental issues, what you gonna get? Some psych medicine. You gonna go to a fake psychologist. When the medicine of life and death is in these scriptures, man. The medicine about life and death. To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fathers. You know what I mean? So they prey on these single black women and stuff. That's widows. You know what I mean? Because you married by sex, man. It's a lot of single black women out here that don't have babies, and the fathers is dead or locked up. So the so-called white man gonna program them to program the next generation with this TV, with these holidays, with all these fake laws and all that to go against the Most High. That's how it's set up. You know what I mean? The fatherless is the children. It say rob the fatherless. How they rob the fatherless? Take your nationality away from you. You don't know who you is. You being robbed. That was one of the sayings in the world. Something don't go your way. What you say? Man, I got robbed. Did you literally get robbed? Nah. But that was, it's a terminology. The rob the fatherless, man. And that go for young Israelite children, the boys and the girls. They being robbed if they not growing up in a stable household. You know what I mean? They being robbed. They being robbed if they don't get the knowledge and the truth of the Most High. You know what I mean? They being robbed. That's how they being robbed. Go to Isaiah 47:10. Book of Isaiah chapter 47 verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. These devils trust in all the wicked stuff they doing. Telling, feeding you lies, feeding out people lies. Lies about everything. Lies about the scriptures. Lies about the earth. That they going out of space and all that. Come on, man. Thou hast said, none see. They think nobody don't see what they doing. They in they little think tanks at the round table, putting they little minds together, they little fake top scientists, scheming on ways how to deceive people. And to keep the Israelites, the Negroes, in sin, transgressing the Most High laws, man. That's all they doing. They thinking that they thinking they not going to be discovered. When everything they doing is being recorded, man. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast laid in thy heart, talking about their mind, I am. So, whatever little wisdom and knowledge that they got, and a lot of times they got knowledge and wisdom and understanding from Negroes, look what they did with it. And it's going to come back on. Created nuclear bombs and all that. It's going to come back to bite them. Whatever knowledge they got to try to manipulate genes in the food. Whole lot of ways, man. It perverted them, man. The knowledge on dealing with DNA and stuff they doing with that. Making pills that women can take to turn themselves into a man, and man can take to turn themselves into a woman. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am. Man, these devils think they the most high. That's what they saying to themselves. And they even got stupid niggas out here believing that stuff. We get to try and teach them about the scriptures. The first thing these Negroes want to say out their mouth, if it ain't got nothing to do with science, it ain't about nothing. Well, they science is garbage, man. They science is garbage. Science is some purity garbage, man. Where we at? And none else beside me. That's what the Most High say. I'm the true and living God, and there's no God beside me. That's what the Most High said. And these devils saying, I am, and none else beside me. That's what the Most High told Moses. When Moses asked him his name, he just said, tell him that I am that I am. You got some Negroes, they thinking he's saying that's his name. No, that's just like I'm telling them they want to know my name. Like I'm telling them to keep the commandments. They press to want to know my name like that got something to do with the commandments. Nah, man, just let them Negroes know, man, I am who I am. Like I'm the Most High God. Basically, I am who I am. In other words, brushing that stuff off, right? About they want to know his name and all this. Because Negroes do stuff like that. They want diving into all this and that, but they ain't diving into what I'm asking them about. You know what I mean? It wasn't time yet, basically, for the Most High to reveal his name to that set of Israelites. So he just told Moses, I am that I am. You know what I mean? That's what he did. That's what he did. Let's go to Acts 13 and 10. Okay. Book of Acts, chapter 13, verse 10. And said, O full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? Let's go back. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none see me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in his heart, talking about his mind, I am, and none else beside me. Acts 13 and 10. And he also said, O full of subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness, wilt thou not cease to pervert the right ways of the Lord? So, that's what they do, pervert the right ways of the Lord, man. Because he's the enemy of the Most High, man. That's what he's saying. And none else see me and beside me. Why? because he full of all subtlety and all mischief, thou child of the devil, thou enemy of all righteousness. That's who these peoples is, man. Let's go to Psalms 9 and 17. We about to dive into this class. The book of Psalms, chapter 9. Book of Psalms. Chapter 9, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forgot God. So that's your answer right there. It don't even matter if he gonna turn and you know, if he gonna be righteous, if he gonna stop perverting the righteous ways of the Most High. It don't even matter. It don't even matter if he gonna do that or not. It say the wicked shall be turned to hell, and all the nations that forgot God. That's talking about Negroes too. Talking about our people, the other nation, whoever transgress, going against the Most High right now, corrupting this earth, messing this earth up, and all that, is about to be a penalty, man, for that stuff. They thinking it's just a free fall, and you just can do and go and come as you please and tear this earth up. Like it ain't no penalty for it. Ain't no human on this earth created this earth. This earth got a real owner that designed it and made it for a purpose. So I don't know how people think they can mess that purpose up and thinking there ain't no penalty for that stuff, man. It's gonna be a sad day. People gonna be knowing them brothers that was out there screaming to the top of their voice and trying to get them to come back to the Yahawah. They was telling the truth. They gonna see the vision in their mind the day that they came across the prophets and they rejected it. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late at that point. So we going to the first video. Yeah, we going to first video. See all the stuff going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Most I ain't playing, man. He punishing stuff. It just they not showing you on the local news, so people they sleeping by that because they not looking for the stuff they self. They just a lot of our people they go by whatever the white man give them. If they don't put it on the news, it ain't nothing happening. If he just give you the happy news every day, that's what our people gonna believe. Ain't nothing going on in the world. It's all good. Till they say it's a war breaking out or something. They think that's the only time it's something bad going on. But in reality, the Most High punishing stuff already. You just gotta have spiritual eyes to see it. What he doing? You can't see it. You just sleepwalking out here. Let's go to this first video. So this class about firmament and satellites. So these devils talking about they got nuclear power satellites up there, man. They got out the firmament. They got all this junk circulating the earth. That's what they saying. Let's see.
A less nice version of Saturn.
This is the Discovery Channel.
For 6 months, astronaut Ron Gillen lived and worked on the International Space Station, and he saw our world in a way few people can imagine. The Caribbean is like a glowing jewel. The Himalayas, the Middle East, there's many, many really interesting, beautiful places from space. The space station gives us the ability to explore our home planet in a way we never could. But that God's eye view is getting dangerous.
Oh, CGI they giving
risky environment that we've created because we are surrounded, our planet is surrounded by this cloud of space debris. 3, 2,
Look at that, more CGI. They not actually showing you nothing.
60 years, we've launched rockets and spacecraft into Earth's orbit. But now, thousands of objects,
Come on,
from
man.
tiny screws and bolts to dead satellites, encircle the Earth, transforming the space above us into a junkyard. It seems kind of comical, the idea that someday the Earth might actually be surrounded by some ring of space garbage, kind of like
it is comical. Man, it is comical. He said it right there. It seems kind of comical because it is comical. It is comical that they thinking that's what they gonna do. Let's go to Psalms 33 and 10. The book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 10. The Lord bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He make the devices of the people of none effect. So it don't matter what devices they come up with thinking they gonna do this and do that. It ain't none of that stuff gonna work. You can't leave out of this firmament, man. You can't get out this firmament. He ordained man to live on the earth, not out there in space somewhere. It say the earth gonna abide forever. Not, oh, man get curious and man, I'm trying to go there. There's some other spots out there we can go. I'm trying to go out there. We can go set up shop out there, be wicked out there. Come on, man. Like this God that created, that designed this earth and all that, he didn't design a non-escape mechanism. You can't leave this earth, man. Let's go to Proverbs 19 and 21. Book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 21. There are many devices in a man's heart, talking about the mind. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. So, whatever the Most High say, what he say gonna stand, that's what he say gonna stand. That's what's gonna stand. Say you ordained man for earth, that's where man ass gonna stay at. Cause that's the first thing they teaching our babies in school. This globe theory, which is full sun worship, that lead to astronaut worship, that lead to white Christ. I'm gonna keep saying it. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord Yahawah. Let's go to Psalms 147 and 5. Let's see why it ain't no understanding, no wisdom against the Most High, man. You go back and read it. Proverbs 21 and 30. There is no wisdom, nor understanding, nor counsel against the Lord. Psalms 147 and 5. Great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is infinite. That's why. His understanding is infinite, man. Let's go to Psalms 96 and 5. Book of Psalms, chapter 96, verse 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Well, man, all these other gods of the other nation is idols, man. Let's go to 1 Timothy 6 and 20. The book of 1 Timothy 6 and 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed into thy trust. Avoid profane and vain babblings and oppositions of signs falsely so called. Man, these devil signs is falsely so called, man. They got fake science, man. We go to Judah, 1 Timothy 6 and Judah 8 and 12. And now, who are ye that have tempted God this day? They tempted God with all this science, man, and got people believing that the Yahawah don't exist no more, and stand instead of God among the children of men. Verse 14. For ye cannot find the depth of the heart of man, neither can ye perceive the things that he thinketh. Then how can ye search out God that have made all these things, and know his mind, or comprehend his purpose? Nay, my brethren, provoke not the Lord our God to anger. Come on, man. Go to verse 16. Do not bind the counsels of the Lord our God, for God is not as a man, that he may be threatened. Neither is he as the son of man, that he should be wavering. It say, do not bind the counsels of the Lord our God, for God is not as man, that he may be threatened. Neither is he as the son of man, that he should be wavering. Well, man, that's the Most High letting you know right there, man. He not a man, or he ain't Christ either. Say, neither is he as the son of man, that he should be wavering. Let's go to Isaiah. Isaiah, book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 10. Enter into the rock and hide thee in the dust for fear of the Lord, and for the glory of his majesty. Verse 17. And the loftiness of man shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Verse 18. And the idols he shall utterly abolish. So all them idols you think something, when that time come, they gonna be abolished, man. Got another video. Sad, I've been up since 5, 6 this morning, man. I got another video. I am of the belief and understanding that there is no possible way that anything, equipment and photographic equipment to conduct mapping and reconnaissance intelligence gathering capabilities, okay? So I have that document. Colonel Harold E. Mitchell for the Corona program. Now, let me dive about the Corona program. The Corona program, okay? The Corona program is still a top secret program. It was a program launched by the National Reconnaissance Office in conjunction with the CIA. It's equipped with some very advanced optical equipment and photographic equipment to conduct mapping and reconnaissance intelligence gathering capabilities. Okay, so I have that document pulled up here for you guys that we're going to reference. We're going to need that program. So this is a letter actually drafted August 21st, 1964 regarding a Corona mission. Now I need you to understand this. There were several Corona missions. So this is the importance behind proving that this satellite was never launched on a rocket. They had several missions. This satellite was put up on a gondola balloon. It did its thing for however many days or months, and then it was captured by a C-119 multi-engine turboprop U.S. Air Force cargo plane, specially outfitted to capture this thing to capture it using some sort of tailhook type of device. Okay, so I'm not going to read this entire document, but there's specific sections of this document we're going to address, so I can prove to you guys that satellites are not floating around above 100, maybe 100, 200,000 feet. They are literally 10 to maybe 50,000 feet above the altitude where U2 optimal flight range is. So, and I'll show that to you as well. The technical specs for U2, they can go beyond 70. People is liars, man. Okay, beyond 70,000 feet. That's not their max operating altitude. They can go beyond that. Okay. Now, the reason why I chose this document is for one simple reason. Although this activity occurred between 1954 and 1956, and Corona program is 1958 to 1962, the subject time frame involves about 20 years, 23 years. But look at the date of the interview, people. The date of the interview was October 1st of 2003. Now, what significance does that play? One is, to me, it's fairly recent. Even though it's significant, does that play? One is, to me, it's fairly recent. Even though it's 2016, that's 13 years type of device, okay? So I'm not going to read this entire document, but there's specific sections of this document we're going to address. So I can prove to you guys that satellites are not floating around above 100, maybe 100, 200,000 feet. They are literally 10 to maybe 50,000 feet above the altitude where U2 optimal flight range is. So, and I'll show that. Come on, man. The technical specs. These devils is a bunch of lies, man. Let's go to some classes. And let's go to some scriptures. Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All these things are good to the godly. So to the sinners they are turned into evil. So, them the principal things we use and we got. But it say for sinners they're turned to evil. Esau took iron, made guns. What else they done did? Made these fake satellites, thinking fooling people. These rockets and all that from the metal. It's just a lot of ways, man. They take stuff and turn it into bad. The fire though, the fire and the iron. That's what they fake taking and getting satellites up. Fake putting satellites up there with it. Making all, basically they take iron and making all these wicked devices to deceive people, man. Sirach 19. And 28. And if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. So anything these devils, man, they can't do at the in-between time. If they was to ever be able to get off this earth, man, that the evil that they do here, they gonna take it with them and do it somewhere else. It say, and if for want of power he be hindered from sinning, yet when he findeth opportunity, he will do evil. Come on, man. These devils do evil every time they get a chance to do it, man. If they really could get up there and have stuff, they would. Go to Sirach 16. And 23. He that wanteth understanding will think upon vain things, and a foolish man erreth imagine follies. Come on, man. That's all these devils do is think about things they can do. And we get out the firmament, we can put satellites up there. We can go to other planets and all this fantasy stuff that they know they can't do. They know they can't do it, man. Let's go back to Sirach 19. Back to Sirach 19. Book of Sirach, chapter 19, verse 23. There is a wickedness and the same an abomination, and there is a fool wanting wisdom. These devils want to get out of space, want to go to other planets, and there is a fool wanting wisdom. We ain't create nothing here, but we want to build a spacecraft that can go to other galaxies. And there is a fool wanting wisdom. We want to make all this stuff that's poisoning the earth. And there is a fool wanting wisdom. Come on, man. These devils is fools, man. Where was that? Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs 21 and 11. The book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 11. When the scorner is punished, the simple is made wise. And when the wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. You know what I mean? Would it say a fool wanting wisdom? But it say when a wise is instructed, he receiveth knowledge. When a fool get instructed, he gonna build a bomb and drop it on another nation. He gonna put another nation in slavery, but wipe their nationality away from them. And a whole lot of stuff, man. Let's go back to this video. Satellite.
Feet, okay? Beyond 70,000 feet. That's not their max operating altitude. They can go beyond that, okay? Now, the reason why I chose this document is for one simple reason. Although this activity occurred between 1954 and 1956, and Corona program is 1958 to 1962, the subject time frame was the of the History Office at the Space and Missile Centers at Los Angeles Air Force Base.
You gonna see how these devils be lying, man.
Lieutenant Colonel Howard E. Mitchell of Missouri over the telephone about his experiences recovering Corona satellites. All right, I'm going to skip forward because he just talks about the guy's history, where he got his training, how long he's been doing his training. You know, this is just basically, introductory type of, okay, this is who this guy is. I need to know who he is. Now let's get to the meat of what it is he was doing and what his role was in this program. So they talk about what his rank was. This guy was a captain. He was in charge in 1954. He was part of the Dragnet program, also known as the Genetrix program or Weapons System. 119L came along. They were flying out of Charleston, South Carolina. That's where they were doing a lot of their training. They were flying a C-119. You saw a brief picture of what that looks like. It says, how did you conduct your training? They talk about how they were conducting their training. Again, a lot of this information, it's not insignificant, but it just adds to the narrative of.
Watch, he gonna get the show.
All right. All right. So here's some of the beginning meat of this interview. Macaulay asked Captain Mitchell, did you ever recover the Dragnet training capsules at night? Mitchell says, it's impossible to recover at night. The only time we flew at night was during our instrument training. We didn't fly our emergency training at night either. We did all of our training instrument flying 16 hours a day. We did that because time was of the essence. And if we didn't fly night missions, we'd never get all the training done to get people ready to go into the practice sessions. Okay? So let's go ahead and. Now, here's where he describes what the Dragnet gondola looked like. What did a Dragnet gondola look like? Well, we used similar parachutes except the Corona program or Discoverer program only used one chute. Okay? We used 4 28-foot parachutes for a Dragnet gondola, and they did all of the chute modification at the parachute shop. They would attach 4 parachutes and And these were not reinforced parachutes. They were just to lower the load, the gondola. You'd attach them to the gondola, and then from the middle of this, on a longer tether, you would have a smaller chute that we call the drogue chute. I think the drogue chute was 100 feet above the 4 descent chutes, and the drogue chute was reinforced. We could make our passes on that drogue chute. When they say they can make their passes on that drogue chute, you're looking at a 100-foot tether, and what would happen is that the drogue chute would deploy. You got a 100-foot of tether. The plane didn't need to come within a dangerous distance of the chute as the satellite was falling from the sky, and they'd have a hook at the back of the aircraft that would fly by and hook this chute. And once they hooked it, they start reeling it into the back of the aircraft. Here's some important data. The top of the gondola had a compartment for the chutes and all that stuff. And a lot of it had to be the parachutes. But the whole capsule was 1,450 pounds when it was airlifted. Okay? The capsule they're talking about is literally the satellite. The gondola had, now I want you to pay attention to this. He says, this is Mitchell, Captain Mitchell talking. Captain Mitchell says the gondola had a huge balloon. I mean a huge balloon. You could see it at 60,000 to 85,000 feet. Now, this supports what I've been telling all of you, that NASA has had a balloon program literally for decades. Over, as long as they've
I've seen that on Gilligan's Island one time.
Some of these balloons are the size of a football field. When you look at the size of a football field, 100 yards long, 50 yards wide, just imagine what that looks like up in the sky. Think about what a balloon that size could lift off the ground. Okay? Now, Macaulay says, did you ever see a Genetrix balloon get inflated and then lift off? Did you see that process? Mitchell says once, but I didn't see the beginning of it. I saw it when it was about 3/4 filled and then the liftoff. Now, this was only in the training phase of our operation in the summer of 1955, and that was done in Denver, Colorado at Lowry Air Force Base. The one that I watched launch, they had to put the capsule on a forklift, and I imagine this was done before the balloon was attached and inflated. At any rate, they started their inflation, and then as the balloon got full enough to support itself and go airborne, they'd run down a taxiway with the forklift, carrying the gondola until the balloon had enough lift to get the gondola airborne. I want to show all of you what that actually looks like in real time. Now, when I say real time, okay, when I say real time, I'm talking to you, this is a launch that had already occurred in Antarctica. This is a launch that already occurred in Antarctica, and I'm going to show it to you. And here we go. I just read this to you. This balloon launch took place in Antarctica, and it's an 8,000 fucking pound telescope satellite. There goes the mountains in the background. Here's a visual description of what I just read in that document. Down a taxiway and getting in the loft and launching it. Watch what happens. If you like apples, how you like them fucking apples? That's 8,000 fucking pounds, people. 1,000 pounds.
Man, these devils ain't got no satellites
That
up there, man.
That dome on the top is actually where all of the radio equipment is installed, so that the C-130, so that a C-130 can communicate with it.
See that?
It sends off a signal so that when they say,
man, these devils ain't got no satellites up there, man. Brothers need to stop believing that stuff. I'm going to keep attacking this stuff. I'm going to keep with the milk. I'm attacking everything. Attacking everything. Every now and then, you're going to see the major stuff we need to be attacked. I'm going to be attacking this medical system next. The book of Psalms, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. So what's the truth that sprung out of the earth? These devils lying. They ain't got no satellites up there. That's the truth that sprung out of the earth. Oh, I ain't finished. I got more. I got more. I got more.
Plastic balloon satellite, 100 feet in diameter, tall as a 10-story building, will be sent aloft folded accordion fashion inside a 26.5-inch magnesium container. The latter is mounted at an inflatable plastic balloon satellite, 100 feet in diameter, tall as a 10-story building, will be sent aloft folded accordion fashion inside a 26.5-inch magnesium container.
That's how they was doing it at first.
Of a 3-stage, 92-foot Thor Delta rocket, highlighting one of the nation's proudest days in space. The satellite, called Echo 1, will serve as a reflector for radio waves that bounce back to Earth, paving the way for a new kind of worldwide communications. The rocket at Cape Canaveral carries the balloon and 30 pounds of powder, which will turn to gas and inflate it at a height of about 1,000 miles.
I ain't believing that bullshit, man. Just showing.
Then the tense moments while the rocket goes through the separation of the stages. It is only the second launching for the Thor Delta, and as shown in this animated visualization, it
Look,
is living up to the expectations.
That's all they gonna show you is animated. That's animated. This is an animated jump they showing you right there.
It is placing the balloon satellite almost exactly into the desired 1,000-mile-high circular
That's
orbit.
cartoon, man.
33 minutes after launching, the balloon is released and inflated by the powder inside, which turns from a solid into gas under the sun's temperature. The big balloon, visible like a bright star, quickly bounces a recorded message by President Eisenhower between stations in California and New Jersey. And here in Washington, the chief executive listens to his own voice as it sounded when bounced from the orbiting satellite.
It is a great personal satisfaction to participate in this first experiment in communication, involving the use of the satellite balloon known as Echo. This is one more significant step in the United States program of...
Come on, man. They ain't do nothing but give you... They ain't do nothing but give you cartoons to show how they was gonna do it. They fake show a rocket going up, but then after that, it's cartoons. Why they can't show... See if I can get it clear.
It is only the second launching for the Thor Delta, and as shown in this animated visualization, it is living up to the expectations of the space experts who say it functions almost perfectly. With extremely precise guidance, it is placing the balloon satellite almost exactly
Look, cartoons, man.
high circular orbit. 33 minutes after launching, the balloon is released and inflated by the powder inside, which turns from a solid into gas under the sun's temperature. The big balloon, visible like a bright star, quickly bounces a recorded message by President Eisenhower.
Come on, man. They ain't doing no stuff like that, man.
And here in Washington, the chief executive...
Come on, man. They ain't doing no stuff like that, man. They went from showing you a rocket going up, and then after that, they showing you cartoons on how they gonna do it. That's why I say I can't wait till I get sync this computers up and have somebody working it. Whereas I'm gonna bring in uh uh my YouTube stuff on this screen right here, so I can stop using this phone. I just need to go and study doing it until I get it down pat for right now. Let's go to some scriptures. Let's go to Job. Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. Man, these devils lying, man. Let's go to Micah 2:1. They ain't got no satellites up there, man. Page sticky. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. We gonna get satellites up there. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power they hand. What's the power they hand? They got control of the earth and the resources and stuff. They control media and all that. So they got the power to practice these lies, man. They go and meditate on could they really do it. Once they realize they can't, they so puffed up with pride, they gonna make you believe it one way or another. They gonna make you believe it. They gonna go through however length to make you believe it. Just like I'm gonna bring out in my Kingdom of the Beast class about 6 million Jews died when it was only a couple 100,000 of them. Probably like 100-some thousand of them. I'm gonna show you. That Kingdom of the Beast class gonna reveal another angle and aspect about these devils. To pull this kingdom apart, what we gotta do, we gotta make known all they little secrets, all they little stuff that they put in our face that people ain't paying attention to. Like that number 6 is all around us in different ways and things they done did. I'ma show. That's what we gotta do. It's a yeah, because it's in the power of their hand. They got the rulership of the earth and the muscle to push whatever they want to push. Whoever they catching a web, that's who they catching a web. That's all they worrying about. They know it's gonna be a lot of people that ain't gonna be dumb and fall for a lot of stuff or gonna once believe something, but then wake up and don't believe it. They gonna see the truth. Let's go to Psalms 21:11. The book of Psalms, chapter 21, verse 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischief device, which they are not able to perform. Let's read that back. For they intended evil against thee, against the Most High. They imagined a mischief device, a satellite, a nuclear powered satellite, which they are not able to perform. Man, these devils ain't able to perform no stuff like that, man. They ain't able to get out this firmament, man. For they intended evil against thee, to break the Most High commandment about uh uh men ordained to stay his ass on the earth. With the Most High say his counsel was going to stand. They imagined a mischief device which they are not able to perform. Come on. Got some more videos. These devils, man, they not getting out this firmament, man.
Layers and hundreds of other scientific experiments that they're forecasting it's not. Although weather monitoring for watches is part of the job. But what about sorting out the Big Bang Theory, detecting cosmic rays, measuring ozone layers, and hundreds of other scientific experiments that most of us don't understand? But what is accomplished by the Columbia? Hundreds of other scientific experiments that great. Detecting cosmic rays, measuring ozone layers, and hundreds of other scientific experiments that most of us don't understand. But what is accomplished by the Columbia Scientific Balloon Facility may well affect our lives and those of our children as long as this planet spins.
Look, see how she threw that in there? Look, man. Look, they size. Come on, man. Let's go another part of this. Should just let it play. Look, see the balloon, the satellite on the balloon. For they, Micah chapter 2, Psalms 21 and 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischief device which they are not able to perform. Man, these devils ain't able to get no satellites out the firmament, man. They showing you right there. Look. Look. Man. They hooking up satellites on balloons, man. Showing how they do it. Look. Hold on, man. These devils, man. These devils some lies, man. Devils some lies, man. Devils some lies, man. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 7. Chapter 17. Verse 7. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Come on, man. The Most High reproved their ass with disgrace, man. When they found out they can't get out this firmament, man. For what? Why is it disgraceful? What's disgraceful for? Let's read it again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 7. As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Book of Psalms, chapter 21, verse 11. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischief device, which they are not able to perform. Oh, we got satellites up there in space, which they are not able to perform. We landed on the moon, which they are not able to perform. We gonna go to Mars one day, which they are not able to perform. Why these devils can't perform none of that, them lies they keep feeding people talking about they can do. They can do this and do that. Man, they can't perform none of that stuff. Let's go to, okay, got another video. I'm loading up on these devils, man. And then where I'm going, Micah 2 and 2. Man, these devils some lies, man. All right, let's go. Look at that, man. Satellite fell out of the sky down there in Brazil.
Grand sapo. Eso es que comento.
Yo, Jones still beating.
Alguém tem uma faca aí na cinta?
It's a lot of light, but still, you seen it in the beginning. Me winding back. That's all I need on that. Look.
Grand sapo.
That's all I need on that. Come on, man. You can see it real clear on the jump. They taking pictures of the jump. They taking pictures of the jump and all that, man. Let's go to Micah 2, verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Come on, man. Took away all the knowledge of the Most High, man, to push their lives, man. And you better follow. If you don't follow these Esau lies, you're going to get shunned in this kingdom. Micah 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, before it's in the power of their hand. Let's go to Psalms 64 and 6. They controlling the earth, so they gonna push, and the media, so they gonna push to make you believe what they want you to believe. They gonna exalt themselves to be the greatest thing that ever was created, man. Basically. Book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Let's go back to Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. These devils gonna search as long as they got to And with these scientists and all that, to try and break the Most High laws, man. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Verse 7. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. They pride. When they found out they couldn't get out the firmament, they pride messed up. That's why they gonna keep pushing this space stuff. Let's go to Isaiah 8 and 10. Book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 10. Take counsel together, and it shall come to naught. Speak the word, and it shall not stand, for God is with us. The Most High ain't gonna let them devils make him look stupid to us, man. They actually can show they went out in space. When the Most High telling you the earth was ordained for man, and he got bounds that he cannot pass. Bounds is a root word for boundary. You kick a ball and it's go out, what they say is out of bounds. Man got bounds on this earth that you can't pass. You can't leave off this earth. No, I don't care which direction you go in, you can't escape this earth. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 5. Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Most High casting down their imaginations, man. Let's go back. Book of Isaiah chapter 8 verse 10. Take the counsel together, they scientists in a room, and it shall come to naught. Whatever thing they think of they gonna do, it ain't gonna work. Speak the word and it shall not stand, for God is with us. Oh, we gonna go out in space, we gonna put satellites up there. Speak the word and it shall not stand. We gonna Kennedy with that. We gonna land on the moon because we doing the little things not because they easy, because they hard. Speak the word and it shall not stand. We gonna feed the people that the earth traveling around the sun and they can't prove it. Speak the word and it shall not stand. Come on, man. Ain't none of these lies these devils pushing gonna stand, man. The Most High counsel was gonna stand. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Casting down imaginations. Man, these devils imagining stuff, man. They dreaming. What did Dre say? And dreams lift up fools. Casting down imaginations, man. Man, these devils daydreaming, man. Let's go to Job 29 and 17. The book of Job, chapter 29, verse 17. And I break the jaws of the wicked and pluck the spoil out of his teeth. That's what the Most High say he gonna do. You know how he break their jaws? Because what it say, speak the word and it shall not stand. And I break the jaws of the wicked. That's how they ain't gonna stand, man. Because that truth gonna break their jaw. How them astronauts was looking when they fake came back from the moon. They couldn't even talk. They ain't even want to talk, like their jaw was broken. When the reporter asked them questions, they was sitting there chuckling and looking bashful. If you just came back from the moon, you're gonna be jumping up and down, popping champagne, kissing your wife, not sitting there when he asks you a question, all timid and looking up and looking at is you gonna say something? You gonna say something? All scared and fake shy. How you gonna be shy? And you left the earth and went to the moon in a dangerous vacuum of space, according to what they saying. And then come back down here and you sitting around when a reporter asking you a question. Come on, man, these devils is some bold-faced lies, man. Bold-faced lies. Let's go to Micah 2 and 3. Book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 3. Therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go hardly, for this time is evil. He talking about the Israelites right there. But you can apply this scripture to these devils too. He got the Most High devising the evil against these devils, man. That's righteous. You know what I mean? For all these lies and all that. For this time is evil. That's what time we living in now. So when you seeing stuff happening, that hurricane that hit, for this time is evil. Or this righteous evil when the Most High doing it, man. Because he created good and evil. He used evil for judgments and stuff. Good too. But how do you judge a wicked man? You don't judge him with good. You judge his ass with evil. All right. Got some more videos. Just more ways, man. I'm going to keep breaking these devils down, man. Just showing they this lines.
Nobody is flying into outer space. It's just a show. So all those times when people were
Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, and crypto.
Come on, devil. Watch these devils.
What was high school like for you? Well, it was the 1980s, so the music was different, the hairstyle was different, the clothes we wore were different than today, but probably in
all this stuff is special effects they giving you, man, in real time.
In school, I was just like you, probably all of you there. I tried my best. I didn't always succeed, didn't always do well, but I put my best effort into school. Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English and reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And I played a lot of sports. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Look at that.
And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Come on, man. They just told on themselves. They on Earth right now.
And all of that happened.
How's it going to be a cross if you way up there?
United States from where we're talking to you right now.
across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Look how they looking.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision
That dummy look.
still remains in the guarantee. All we see is you. There's this one video where the actor is going around a corner and he is faded out before making it completely out of the viewer's sight.
That's it.
Unmanned space shuttles. Nobody is flying into outer space. It's just a show. So all those times when people were watching these rocket launches on TV, this one didn't go as planned. Which is probably part of the reason why they decided to cancel out this.
Hold on, man. What I'm at? Yeah, this shit right here. I had the wrong video.
From CNN, we just had a satellite fall out of the sky, came out of outer space, and it landed right here in this truck parking lot. And we had a viewer had a live video of it. We'll throw up that video camera right now. And in case there are any conspiracy theorists out there, how would you prove to us that you're in zero gravity?
We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom.
Just showing, man, how these devils just, how they manipulate, how they do the CGI. Look how she actually looks, she floating and all. It's showing you how they do it. Green screen, man. Look, see the strings, the harness and all that.
Control to Major Tom. We fooled the human race.
They try to manipulate and brainwash you.
Mind control to Major Tom. Mind control to Major Tom.
That's Warner Von Braun grave, though, the one who made the rocket for him. He got Psalms 19:1 on his grave.
1L mission ready to go.
In Los Angeles, where it is 3 hours earlier than
This is a special report from Channel 4 News.
Second point in our
Good morning, I'm Ken Shocknick at Space Shuttle Challenger. It's just a few seconds away from blasting off from the Kennedy Space Center near Cape Canaveral, Florida. Let's take a look right now.
7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff. Liftoff across the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
shuttle mission will launch. My God.
1 minute 15
It's got an explosion.
Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
This is not standard. This is not something that is planned, of course. I can see a solid rocket booster has broken away from Shuttle Challenger. That's what you're looking at in the middle of your screen. I cannot see the shuttle itself.
In 1986, the Shuttle Challenger exploded about 74 seconds after takeoff, killing all 7 astronauts inside. Or did it? It turns out that 6 of the 7 are still alive and kicking today. Ellison Onizuka claims to be his identical twin brother, Claude. Yeah, I've got an identical twin brother, Claude, too. The Challenger pilot, Mickey Smith, hasn't even bothered changing his name. He's now Professor Michael J. Smith of University of Wisconsin. Now, Krista McAuliffe was a bit of a sneaky one. She was the Challenger payload specialist, quite famous for being a teacher.
It ain't clear, but you can see it.
During her astronaut days, she was using her middle name, Krista. And now she goes by her first name, Sharon. And she's a Syracuse law professor. The Challenger commander, Francis Richard Scobie, is now Dick Scobie, which sounds like a rather unpleasant disease, CEO of Cows and Trees Limited.
You can see, man, these people ain't die.
Challenger mission specialist, again, hasn't even bothered changing her name. She's a professor at Yale Law. And finally, Ronald McNair, another Challenger mission specialist, claims to be his identical twin brother, Carl McNair. What are the odds?
Part of the team, even though she was not a trained astronaut. She knows where we're going to be standing, how busy it's going to be, where she can help, where we need our space. And she has learned an awful lot and become a weird lady with scale and swords and blindfolds, or Grecian goddess, or warrior princess, or whatever it is. What makes it legible? And so one of the questions in the book is to puzzle about both its history and the legibility of this, which is a marker, and of course, this local county court.
Welcome to Feed Your Mind. So, with this evidence of the space shuttle that blew up, the Challenger space shuttle from 1986, well, you just saw live footage of it blowing up and the astronauts dying. And I even have statements from NASA on how the crew died. If you go to NASA's website, nasa.com, or nasa.gov, you will be able to look up an article called Remembering the Challenger Crew. And it was last updated just in 2015, actually. And so it provides you the evidence that the crew died. And it says that the NASA family lost 7 of its own on the morning of January 28th, 1986, when a booster engine failed, causing the shuttle Challenger to break apart just 73 seconds after launch. And then it goes on to name off the members who died, the members of the space shuttle who died. And you can see their faces, each of their faces and their names. And then you match that up with the faces and names that they found, that people have found recently. And I don't know how recently, but they've discovered the whole, pretty much the whole crew. So now we have NASA confirmation that the crew has died, and yet we have the evidence that the crew is still alive. So you might ask yourself, what was actually going on?
These devils is some lies, man.
It's obvious that nobody rides on space shuttles. On those rockets that Von Braun the Nazi scientists created to make believable rockets that were, big enough to fool the public that these machines were taking people into outer space. But it turns out nobody there wants to ride on one of those rockets. Those are unmanned rockets and unmanned space shuttles. Nobody is flying into outer space. It's just a show. So all those times when people were watching these rocket launches on TV,
look at this, man. Look at these devils, man. How they lie.
Part of the reason why they decided to cancel out the space shuttle missions. And when I remember when they canceled out the space shuttle missions, it was always like I was thinking like, why? Why would they just quit going to outer space? I was thinking in the back of my head, just thinking, and then you don't think much of it. Before this flat Earth stuff, there'd be all types of stuff that just seemed questionable about NASA. It's kind of like you think about it and then you forget about it just as quick as you thought about it, because well, you don't think much of it. But now that this flat Earth stuff came out, I'm like, okay, so I was actually wondering, why would you just quit, the shuttle program? Like, why would you do that,
Devils, man. Devils lies, man. You see it right there how they lie, man. These devils is some lies, man. Let's go to 2 Timothy 3:13. This show kind of tired and rusty, man. Feel like forever. Take a few weeks off. 2 Timothy 3:13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Evil men waxing worse, man. They coming up with more stuff. Now you got SpaceX. They fake shooting cars up into space. Deceiving people and being deceived. They being deceived thinking they really can pull stuff like that off. Or that one day they gonna be able to do it. They fooling themselves. Alright, let's go. What's this? I'm gonna go to astronaut video. Let's go back over. How these devils be lying, man.
Where you can list your house for a flat.
Hello, my name is Bailey. This question is for Chris. What was high school like for you?
Well, it was the 1980s, so the music was different, the hairstyle was different, the clothes we wore were different than today, but probably in 5 or 10 years it'll be the same. And in school, I was just like you, probably all of you there. I tried my best. I didn't always succeed, didn't always do well, but I put my best effort into school. Math and science were kind of my favorite subject. I didn't really like English and reading too much, but I've since grown out of that, and I enjoy reading now. And I played a lot of sports. And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across the United States from where we're talking to you right now.
Come on, man. He just choked on himself.
All of that happened in a little town called York, Maine,
Look how they
across
looking
the
at him.
United States from where we're talking to you right now.
That dumb as that Edomite.
And all of that happened in a little town called York, Maine, across
But they supposed to be in space right now. You said we across right from where we talking to you right now. Look how they looking at him. Nigga's a damn idiot, man. Nigga look dumb, man. Devil look dumb. That devil look dumb, man. Where we at? Next video. Zero to 340. Oh, I see what it is. It's 3 different videos.
There was a major malfunction on what's called the International Space Station. In a video on NASA's YouTube channel called Space Station Crew Members Discuss Life in Space with the Media, the 3 astronauts all disappear simultaneously while the background layer of the ISS remains intact.
That, man?
Thank you very much again. Thank you for your time. Have a good flight and many more exciting experiments on the orbit. Thanks a lot.
Look at that glitching, man.
This is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
When you look at this thing, this, and the actors, they are the only things that mess up. Watch closely. This is a big deal because it means, without any doubt whatsoever, that there was live editing and video manipulation. Not only would the background get scrambled as well, but these guys wouldn't all disappear at the same time. So check that one out on NASA's channel. I'll leave a link in the description. There are a lot of us that have been showing this stuff for years, and people are waking up to the deception, while some refuse to acknowledge it. In fact, many people hold the idea of outer space and NASA very near and dear to their hearts. So much so that when they are shown this evidence, their ego won't allow them to accept that space as a hoax. Years of psychological programming through various media doesn't help either. But whether we like it or not, NASA and all the other space agencies are lying to the world. They're lying to you. They're lying to your kids. We've caught NASA too many times to count at this point. We catch them glitching.
Look at that, man. That's green screen that right there.
There's this one video where the actor is going around a corner and he is faded out before making it completely out of the viewer's sight.
Oh, see him fade.
Let's not forget.
Oh man, these devils be lying, man. Devils be lying. Devils be lying, man. I got more.
Sir, how are you? It's good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you too. Sergeant Martin, how are you? How are you?
I'm great. I would be so much better if I was there doing this interview live with you. Sir, how are you? It's good to see you again.
Hey, good to see you too, Sergeant Martin. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. I would be so much better if I was there doing this interview live with you.
That would be pretty cool.
So, sir, we're going to get right to it because we only have a couple of minutes. So I would like, my producer would like me to ask you, if possible, if you can repeat the question, repeat my question in your answer for editing purposes. So my first question is going to be, why is it so important for the Army to have astronauts?
It's so important for the Army to have astronauts because I think historically it makes sense and it's something we're just continuing. There's a long tradition of it.
Watch they camera crew mess they whole little thing up. Gonna make a mistake.
International Space Station
To show this shit all the stage, man.
Being on the International Space Station is complex. It's both being on the International Space
Why this nigga ain't floating? Look.
Being
how
on
they
the
look.
International Space Station is complex, amazing.
These devils just some lies, man.
It's a unique opportunity that
Face looking
requires constant
stupid.
attention, but it's an amazing experience to be here.
Sir, you told us when we interviewed you previously that the first thing you wanted to do when you got to space was go into the cupola and look back at the Earth and see the view. Can you explain?
Francis Ford, look, she called it the cupola. They named it after that movie director Francis Ford Coppola, man. That room is called the cupola after the movie director. Come on, man. This stuff all smoke and mirrors and movie tricks, man. It's all movie tricks. I got more.
This world is not what you think it is. Go, go.
Look at that, man. Oh man. They fake up there in the space station, man. Can't get out this firmament, man. Look at they glitching, look. These devils, man. These devils are some lies, man. Look. It's enough on that, man. These niggas is some lies, man. These devils is some lies, man. Where we at now? Go to the next video. What I got.
Final frontier. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Space, final frontier. Space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. Okay, that's it's a little bit more. So we can see your hand now. So we can see your thumb. Okay, well that's a good scan of. There you go. That's good.
We can see your hand now. We can see your thumb. Watch again at this pressurized glove as it bends just like a normal thumb.
It's a little bit more. So we can see your hand now. So we can see your thumb. Okay, well that's a good scan of.
We can see it now. We can see it. We can see it now. We can see it. You call yourself scientist. I call you filthy scumbag.
Look, man. These devils are some lies, man. Look. Show them how they do it. Show them how they do it, man. This is what they do in movies. It look like they flying and jumping and all that, but they on cables, man.
The shot is so clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really in space still?
Yeah, because the air proves like in space.
I don't know. We're gonna have to
check
do
this.
something for
Check
you.
the man with the stripy top. Look, he grabs the wire above him. Now check the man on the right with his right arm. Grabs the wire. You see it? Now check in slow motion. The man on the right. Look at his right arm. He's grabbing him to stabilize him. Then look at the man behind him with the stripy top on. Now he's looking up and he's grabbing the wire. Look. He's looking for the wire to grab it. Yeah. Check that out. He's grabbing the wire there. Look, he's looking up because he sees the wire moving about and he's grabbing it to stabilize it. Look. Now check the man on the right with the USMC t-shirt. Check his arm. Watch this. Check his arm. Look, his arm goes to grab him. Look, but he doesn't grab him. He grabs the wire. Look, there's nothing there. But he's grabbing something and he's tugging his trousers up. And then check him on the left. He looks down to see. Look, he's checking it out himself.
Look, man.
Yeah. You wanted proof. You've just got proof there. If you don't accept this, then you are just absolutely brainwashed. This is absolute proof that they are using wires on the space station, or the fake space station.
In space this morning, the International Space Crew attempted to...
Watch how they mess up the news, look.
Here's a live look at the astronauts. Well, I don't believe...
Where's their spacesuit?
Caught them getting ready to stage that stuff, man. Look.
What's the for? Nice to meet you. Good, Terry. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Welcome to MCC.
Awesome.
Watch they get a glimpse of something they ain't supposed to see. He at NASA. That's wicked George Bush Sr. Took a trip to NASA. Look at the screen back there. That green screen. That ain't green screen. That's another kind of technology they use when they adding backgrounds and stuff. Look. Back there. Look. See him back there? Look. Back there filming or whatever. On top of his head, look. His head went through that beam.
In the first first ever live 4K stream from space. What is the ISS position in orbit right now? 11 seconds.
Well, we're just passing over Baja, California, and we're heading in an orbit over North America. By the time we finish talking, we'll be over Central Africa.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Before we learn more about NASA's
Central Africa.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Central Africa.
Wow. Amazing.
See his face.
Motion of the vehicle, making sure that it was steady and that there were very few vibrations
Look at
of
that.
any sort. Here's a picture of the inside.
Camera crew back there, man. You see that?
Deployed from the spacecraft. You can see that the deploy went very smoothly.
I just see a camera crew man back there. People just live. Look, look. No, man. Yeah, man. Look, man. She on a harness, man. Oh, man. You could tell she on that harness.
You all right?
No, man. I watched the whole joint. Those only go 6 minutes on that. When I watched the whole joint on it, showing how they be lying. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 7. As for the illusions of art, magic, they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Man, these devils been reproved with disgrace, man. For talking the stuff they be talking and acting like they going somewhere when they not, man. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. Second Thessalonians 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Oh, we can get out the firmament and go to space. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Oh, we got nuclear powered satellites up there circling the earth. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. Verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And that's going into our people, that part right there. Our people that believe in this kingdom, believe in these devils, don't believe in the Most High no more, because they ain't received the love of the truth. Let's go to Ephesians 6 and 11. The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we will wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Let's go to 2 Timothy. Second Timothy 2, 3 and 13. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So let's see what we're gonna go to now. Got some more videos. So these videos right here, these fake Earth videos right here to show all they stuff is CGI, man, and green screen and just fake pictures and all that. So I'm gonna point it out.
Serena on and Chancellor and Station. As the International Space Station flies 250 miles south of Australia.
Come on, man. If the Earth's spinning at 1,000 miles per hour, and this space station flying at, well, I think 17,000 miles per hour or 21,000 miles per hour. Look at that, man.
Right side of the habitation module, that is the insignia of the Russian space.
Man, that stuff moving slow, man.
Above it in this orientation are the Cyrillic letters for the word Soyuz.
This is what your sensors telling you what's going on.
Cut a 10-inch swath of insulation from about the first O in the word Roscosmos on that insignia vertically as you're looking at this orientation to expose the debris shield underneath as we have just passed the 3.5-hour mark into the spacewalk.
Look at that, man. That shit sitting still right there, whatever that is. That's in a studio. With green screen, man. The same way they can make you believe a movie real. That's what they giving you. Look. That stuff sitting still. Come on, man. If the earth moving 1,000 miles per hour, why is them clouds? Them clouds ain't moving. Look. Look at that stuff, man. Look at the clouds. That earth moving slow. That space station is not moving, man. That's CGI. They giving you.
Spectacular view of Oleg Kononenko, his feet squarely planted in a foot restraint.
Man, these people's is lies, man. People's is lies. I got another video. People's is lies. It's another jump. Look at that, man. Let's see. We'll go up some. He supposed to be getting close to the space station. It's still blurry. But even still, that space station looking slow, man. Supposed to be connected to the space station. If that thing flies 17,000 miles per hour, how is he able to catch up to that? And if it was coming towards him, that thing would kill him, man. Fake docking to the space station. Come on, man. If that thing was going 17,000 miles per hour in any direction, Look, man, that's a studio, man, with CGI in the behind that. It's a fake space station with CGI. Look at the Earth. It ain't even moving. I thought it's spinning 1,000 miles per hour. Oh, man, that's all I need on that. Ain't real clear. But to give you an idea what's going on, man. How these peoples is just lying. All right, let me go to this space station jump. The ladder. You seen how slow that jump was moving. Oh, I ain't even got to do that. Let me do this real quick. I had the ladder, man. Maximum speed. The maximum speed of the space station is 17,150 miles per hour. Did it look like that jump was moving 17,000 miles per hour? I was off by 150 miles per hour. Nah, Joan, ain't no way that thing moving 17,000 miles per hour. In either direction, they trying to dock with it. If it was going that way, with that craft you in ain't traveling that fast, so how you gonna catch up to it? And if it's coming towards you, man, that thing gonna kill you, man. When you trying to lock attached to it. Whole rack of lies, man. Let's go to where I'm at. So I'm gonna cut that. This Israelite Earth Part 6. I'm about to cut that, and I'm gonna start back up on Part 7. Shabbat Shalom.